Many foreign authors have let the 18th century inn ambience of Botin seduce them. John Dos Passos, Scott Fitzgerald, Graham Greene, Ernest Hemingway, Frederick Forsyth. But let's center on those who've mentioned the restaurant in their pages. We begin with Graham Greene, the English novelist born at the beginning of the 20th century, whose work reflects the spiritual conflicts of a world in decadence. He traveled far and wide after World War II, also stopping in Spain. In his last works, we can find Monseñor Quixote, a 1982 novel that, in a moderate tone, confronts Marxism with Catholicism. One of the book's chapters reads, "I propose that before buying the mulberry socks, we treat ourselves with a good Botin lunch." Another British author, Frederick Forsyth, also mentions Botin in his more recent book, The Black Manifesto, a work which portrays the fall of Russia at the end of the 90s. The Pulitzer Prize-winning North American writer James A. Michener, who has often seen his works adapted to the silver screen, makes this reference to Botin in one of the pages of his book, Iberia. "Was going to eat at a good restaurant that's located leaving the Plaza Mayor, Botin, that dates from 1725. We have left Ernest Hemingway for last, because of the special bond that he had with Botin. In his trips across the Spanish peninsula, Hemingway frequently went to Botin. He established a great friendship with Emilio Gonzalez, father and grandfather of the present proprietors. As an anecdote, we can mention his interest in learning how to make paella. The love this charismatic North American felt for everything Spanish is well known. Few foreigners have been able to live and express the beauty of Spain like him. A few of his lines are enough to evoke a landscape with all its perfumes, hues of light, and harmonies. Of Madrid he said, "It is the most Spanish of all cities of Spain," and added, "When one has had the Prado, and at the same time El Escorial, located 2 hours to the north, and Toledo to the south, and a beautiful route to Avila, and another beautiful one to Segovia that is not far from La Granja, one feels overwhelmed by desperation when thinking that one day he will have to die and say goodbye to all of that." An enthusiastic and passionate defender of bullfighting, Hemingway publishes Death in the Afternoon in 1932, an authentic analysis of bullfighting in which he mentions Botin. "But, meanwhile, I preferred to have a supper of suckling pig and Botin, instead of sitting and thinking about the accidents that my friends could suffer." And finally, in Fiesta, entitled in English The Sun Also Rises, Hemingway makes a lauding reference to Botin. In the years that followed, American tourists have continued to come around, looking for the dining room in which Hemingway set the final scene of his novel. "We lunched upstairs at Botin's. It's one of the best restaurants in the world. We had roast young suckling pig and drank Rioja Alta. Brett did not eat much. She never ate much. I ate a very big meal and drank 3 bottles of Rioja Alta."